We're live.
We are live. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on another Sunday, another very
Welcome.
lovely Sunday. Tiffany is back with the um, Afrocentric earrings. I love those.
Look, happy Black History Month. Well, it's Black History for us all the time, but February is the month, so here we go.
Happy
Boom.
Black History Month, everybody.
Kevin, what's up, brother? How you
What's
doing, man?
up, man? I'm good, man. It's been a roller coaster. Uh,
All week.
January. I'm just glad February's here. What the hell, man? January is uh, like a movie.
I know. All right. So this is Black History Month, and this show we will be celebrating Black History. Be talking about all the great things Black people have done and continue to
Yes.
do
Yeah.
that are not highlighted in our world today. Of course, they try to sweep everything we do under the rug. If they don't steal it, they just pretend like it never existed.
Okay.
Um, so we're gonna go through a range of topics. Kevin just hit us with one. Another nurse found breaking black baby bones. I don't even think these people are human that are doing this stuff, but what else can you expect from a people that would watch people hanging from trees and have parties? So
Hmm.
just it is what it is. It is who they are, and they haven't changed in 400 years. So why should they change now? Um,
Very
but
sad. Very sad.
yeah, I would never think, and we say this on the show all the time. Could you get a group of black people to go to a white neighborhood and just start hurting white people? No. I would say emphatically no. I know you're not supposed to paint with a broad brush, but I would emphatically say you would never get a group of black people together to go start killing white people. It would never happen. We don't
It would
have
never happen because we wasn't trained to do that.
no. It's not in our DNA.
Not in our
So
DNA to do that.
So we're gonna talk, and so we're gonna give some love first of all before to the crash victims of the
Yes,
Black
rest in
Hawk
peace. Yeah.
helicopter that crashed into the American Airlines, killed 60 people plus the flight and crew, 67 people I guess plus the flight
Yeah,
and crew.
67. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Black Hawk
Um,
helicopter crashed
gonna
into
show
the.
some love to those people. It's very
Yeah.
sad because I mean Kevin flies all over the place. I fly, periodically.
I
Um,
fly too.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
And Washington, D.C. is my home. I'm born and raised there. I know that area well. I know the airport
Yeah.
well, the 14th Street Bridge, and of course the Potomac River. As you know, if you live in Washington, D.C., that's like your backyard,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's so familiar knowing where this plane went down at, and how many times I've flown out the airport and just,
Mhm.
man, it's sad. And they had a tragic accident, I think in 1980 something, I think
Yeah, some years
84.
ago.
Yeah, a plane taking off from Reagan National hit the 14th Street Bridge. That bridge connects DC to Virginia. And it took off, and the ice on the wings made it crash into the bridge and into the water. And a lot of people
Mhm.
died on that plane too. And that happened probably 35, 40 years ago. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, what a sad day, man. Damn.
Yeah. So Trump obviously blamed DEI. He's claiming that basically what he's saying is that white people are the smarter people and should be in charge and doing everything. And black people, anyone that's not a white male, should not be doing anything that requires any kind of brain power. I mean, that's
Well,
basically
that's the truth, though. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why he went after Obama, because he didn't feel that a black man should be president, and that's why he ran for president, to rebuke, as a rebuke towards this country. Electing a black man. He didn't think you should be a president when you're black. And that was his motivation for running, right? So yeah. Hmm.
Well,
obviously.
the whole crew was white. So I don't understand. The whole crew was white. And allegedly, I believe that it was a female that was driving the helicopter, a white female at that. So he must be talking about the white
Well,
female because
yeah.
those is who benefit more from DEI.
Well, that's what he's talking about. He knew at that press conference. He knew, because he's the president. He gets information before we get it. So he knew that the pilot was a female. And that's why he came up with that DEI crap in his press conference, because he already knew before we knew that it was a female pilot. And that's why he was saying that the helicopter can stop in midair and the helicopter can go up and the helicopter can go down. He's blaming the helicopter for the accident before all the facts came out. But he did that because he knew it was a female pilot. And and don't get it twisted. White men don't like white women either.
No,
You know,
that's the point that I'm really starting to see watching these podcasts, especially white podcasts. White men want their power back. And they feel like it's too diverse for them. It was not like this like 50, 60 years ago. Think about it, y'all. 50, 60 years ago, it was nothing but white men running everything. So now you have all this diversity. You have women in politics. You have people of color in politics. They are having a nervous breakdown right now. So that's why they're acting up. So you 100% right. He knew what was going on there. That's why he went out there and was disrespectful. But they also shared that the helicopter is only supposed to be at 200 feet, right?
yeah,
And it was wound up being at 300 to 400 feet where the American airline was on its way to land on the gate, I think gate 33. So it was something dealing with height or whatever the case may be. But my thing is get the information first before you start pointing the fingers and blaming people for it. You know, he was out of order. He was out of order.
yes,
Well, I mean, this is his last term. He don't care. He can show his true colors because he know he doesn't have to run again. You know, he showed us the first time. You know, like Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are the first time, believe he was. You know, but unfortunately, it seems like people like people like the racist in him. More than half of America likes that Donald Trump is racist.
Because that's how they feel on the inside, Carl. Half these
Yeah,
people feel the way he feel. They just can't say it out loud. But you know, I'm to be honest with you, I'm glad they're letting us know who they are. I know y'all too, and people that are affiliated with a lot of white people or work with white people. Y'all starting to find out who people really are by just this election and now after the election. Like you're seeing so many people for who they are, and it's real sad. And you want us to be together, and we're so separate. No,
yeah. All right. So also today there's a video of a Mexican letting black people know, and I'm sure he doesn't represent all Mexicans, but I'm sure he represents a large group of Mexicans because you know when you hear people in a certain group speaking, they're probably speaking because they know there's a large group in that group that feels the way they do. Anyway, this Mexican guy put out a video, which I'm going to show later in the show, saying they don't need help from black people. He said Mexicans are going to do fine. He pretty much said black people can't even help themselves. He did say that. You'll see. We can't even help ourselves. So why would he ask? Why would Mexicans want help from black people? Uh, and we're also going to talk about Canada and Mexico being hit with tariffs by our great leader, the great Oompa Loompa himself, Mr. Donald Trump. Canada has responded with tariffs of their own. So now there's going to be a tariff war. Um, but Trump has came out and said it's going to be rough for a while, so he's asking us to hold on. Things are going to be great in the end. Just hold
yeah.
on.
In
Just,
4 years,
just hold on.
he didn't sound that
Just hold
nice.
on. Eggs are going to be $50 a dozen. Gas is going to be freaking $20 a gallon. But hold on, better days are coming. Uh, so we're going to kick it off with our theme song. We'll be right back.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's It's
Who's
called
going
Kevin and
Kevin?
Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Pass 25, get the CRJ in flight. Pass 25, pass behind the CRJ. American 472, Washington, 1 star, 32017. Did you see that? Delta 32, sorry. I don't know if you caught earlier what happened, but there was a collision on the approach in the 33. We're going to be shutting down operations for the indefinite future if you want to go back to the gate.
Yeah, we witnessed the whole thing. If you need any information from us.
All right, I hate to have to show this. I really do.
What? What? Wait a minute.
I have to show our president taking questions.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
I do. This is not fun for me.
We don't even yet know the names of the 67 people who were killed, and you are blaming Democrats and DEI policies and air traffic control and seemingly the member of the U.S. military who was flying that Black Hawk helicopter. Don't you think you're getting ahead of the investigation right now?
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think with the names of the people, you mean the names of the people that are on the plane? You think that's going to make a difference? They are a group of people that have lost their lives. If you want a list of the names, we can give you that. We'll be giving that very soon. We're in coordination with American Airlines. We're in coordination very strongly, obviously, with the military. But I think that's not a very smart question.
Are you saying this crash was somehow caused and the result of diversity hiring? And what evidence have you seen to support these claims?
It just could have been.
I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site or meet with any of the
I have a
first
plan
responders?
to visit, not the site, because you tell me, what's the site? The water?
Or to meet
Want
with
me
the
to go
first
swimming?
responders down there?
I don't have a plan to do that, but I will be meeting with some people that were very badly hurt with their family member, obviously, but I'll be meeting with some of the families, yeah.
This man, zero, zero empathy, zero. He seems to
Not at all.
the
Can you imagine if Kamala Harris or Obama responded like that? The outrage this country would have right now towards them.
That's the difference between they can do it and our black asses can't. Did he say, "Oh, well, we gonna go swim over there or something"? Like, I'm telling y'all, Trump is just ridiculous. He's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'll be in a state of shock. He makes me grab my pearls with the things that comes out of his mouth, and he be dead serious, y'all. He's serious. This is no games. This is who he is. He did not care. He did not have no empathy or sympathy. And then it was like a brush off, like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. He's just horrible.
But that's who more than half of America likes. That's what they like about him, which tells you the people that
That's
amongst us.
that's the sad part, what you just said, because people co-sign this and think that this is okay. And for him to say that he has more common sense, I don't know. He probably got white common sense, because my black common sense is telling me he's an asshole.
I mean,
I think it's an F around and find out thing for a lot of people too, Carl and Tiff. I don't know. Did they really realize this guy's gonna be this bad, or they thought he's bluffing? Maybe I don't know. Or it's just basically, hey, we're not having a woman run this country, no matter
Yeah,
what. Is,
we
is
want
that is
the
that bad? Is that bad? Like we're not having a woman be the leader of the United States of America. We don't care if she's black. We don't care if she's white. We don't care if she's Asian. It ain't happening.
no.
And that's
I
basically what
told
it
you,
boiled down
they
to.
want they want their power back. They feel like their power has been taken away from them. They're looking around and everything is so diverse. They want their white power back. Okay, white males want their power back. They want to be what is it? Make America great again. That's that white power. I'm telling you,
but
because the thing.
I've said on the show, it's never gonna happen. What would make these white people happy? What would make them happy? If
I
we were
don't know.
Ames and we were back in the cotton field and they had the whip and the horses, that's never gonna happen again ever. So what are they hoping for? I mean, how are they gonna make America great again? We know what that means. Keep black people in their place, right? Make America,
Yes, that's all it means. It just let you know.
but it's never gonna happen. So what you're fighting a losing battle is never gonna happen. So what do you want? What do you want?
They can't help it, Carl. This is in their DNA.
You know?
You can't help it. I don't think it's going to make America great. Like it's just not. But it's just part of their DNA. They can't help what they're doing. If you go into the zoo and jump in the cage, the lion most likely is going to attack you. Then they're going to put the lion to sleep for attacking you. Like the lion's doing what the lion's supposed to do. The lion's a wild animal. If you jump in the cage in his in his habitat, he's going to attack you and kill you. If you jump in
And
the water, a shark's going to probably attack you and kill you. That's what they do. Oh, this
hmm
is what they do. These people, they're racist. They can't help it. It's part of their DNA. You got a few that aren't, but majority are.
he didn't make excuse me, he didn't make a wise decision when he came out and he did this conference, because this conference could have made him or broke him. And in my eyes, this broke him, because he did not have no empathy or sympathy, and he immediately started pointing fingers at people when all of this is happening on his watch.
He
Do
brought up
y'all
Obama.
do y'all understand? As soon as this man step his feet in them damn doors, stuff has been popping off. We've been having mad things go on. Planes flying out the sky. They just had a medical plane just fall out the sky in Philadelphia. You understand what I'm saying? Killing some people over there. So you like, what is going on? It's him. I'm telling you, it's all of this is Trump's fault. I'm sorry. I
Fired a
said
bunch
it.
of people from the FAA, right? He fired a bunch of people from the FAA, but
Yes, he did.
hiding that fact and not saying it. He's trying to blame DEI when he went in. Elon Musk wanted some guy fired because he thought the guy would get in the way of his SpaceX thing that he does. So he encouraged Trump to fire this guy, and that guy has something to do with FAA. You
Yeah,
know,
I heard they was letting go a lot of people, as soon as he came into office. They fired a lot of people. They said it was low staff. It was a lot going on. So now again, he's pointing fingers, and the first fingers he want to point at is DEI, Biden, and Obama. I just didn't get it. Did you notice that? He blamed Obama. Obama ain't been in office in a few years, and y'all still blaming him?
and
Like,
which upset me back to when Obama was sitting next to him at Jimmy Carter's funeral. And he was yucking it up at Trump. You know this is coming, Obama. You had to know this kind of stuff was coming. So You know what I
Well,
mean?
listen, he had to hold his place and he still had to be. First of all, us as black people work extra hard to be to where we had to go. So when they say that we don't have all the we can't do these jobs, no, we work extra hard so we can do these jobs. So he had to smile and laugh with him not to have what the backlash. He don't want this backlash. It's just too much. It's just too much. And I feel sorry people lost their lives. 67 people.
Because I mean, you know what it's like when you're at the airport waiting for your family. You're excited. You know what I mean? You keep looking to see when the and everyone's getting off the plane. You're looking to see your loved one. You're looking to see him. And you see him. You're so excited. And to know that to hear the plane crash, and then this guy's response is, "What do you want me to go look at the water? You want me to go swimming?" You
That
know,
is just hard.
like I mean, at least fake it. You know what I mean? Fake it for the camera at
No,
least.
he can't even do that. He's being his real self.
You know.
He's
Anyway,
being his real self.
welcome Donna. What's up, Donna? Shouting out Pamela Jones is in the house. Glendy Carter,
Hey.
highly favored says, "Yep, partly because Elon was fined for space. Yeah, I think he was fined. Something to do with him and SpaceX, and so Elon, I mean, the billionaires and Mark Zuckerberg and that whole billionaire group, you know,
Club, yeah.
did you guys see a video of Jay Z going jogging with some old white men? And people are like, what the hell is Jay Z doing jogging? And then
No, I didn't see that.
I
yeah,
didn't see. You got to be careful with this AI.
but
You
no, it was a billionaire's jog. It's a group
Wow.
who go jogging who have like a exercise club. It wasn't. I mean, it is what it is. They're billionaires, and they decided, hey, on this day we're gonna go jogging. So they go jogging, but people were just like, what the hell Jay Z doing with these old white men? And
listen. You got to keep your enemies close.
they
Come
found it.
on. Come
That,
on, y'all, cause let's keep it real.
you know, shout out to Jay Z, man. Hey,
They
billionaire.
be jogging. At least he's staying in shape.
With his money in his pocket.
Yeah. So yeah, so we just wanted to show some love to the victims because like I said, all of us fly all over the place.
Yes, we do.
So, you're sitting there on a plane, you're thinking about what you're gonna do once the plane land and you never know, poof.
And
You
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't take night flights.
know.
No, I don't take night flights just because of I think everybody should. I go early. Any flight I ever do is bright and early, like 6:30 in the morning. I like people fresh, bright, early, and you know what else too? I never saw a black pilot.
I've seen
I've seen black pilots a lot and
I,
female pilots. Yeah.
so you have been on a plane with a black pilot himself?
Yes, yes,
See,
yes.
I never.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen a black pilot on my plane several times actually. Be honest with you, Tiff. Yeah. I used to fly a lot. I haven't flown. I don't fly as much as I used to, but I used to fly a lot. So yeah, I've seen them in the airports, even when they're not on my plane. If I'm walking through the airport, I've seen black pilots pass me by in their pilot uniforms going to gates and stuff like that. So yeah, they're there. They're there.
But
A lot
it's
of female
very
pilots too.
small of them. It's very small of them. It's not a lot of them. I heard
No,
it's
it's not
very
like a
hard.
lot. It's not. We're definitely way outnumbered by a lot. Yeah, definitely. But they're out there. I've seen them several times going through airports, and maybe a few times on my plane. I've had female pilots too.
Yeah,
Captains on my planes a lot
yeah.
too.
I just saw one. She just retired after 30 plus years or whatever. But this white podcaster said when he see a white pilot, he be happy because he know what he doing. If he see a black pilot, he's not gonna feel safe. I said, isn't this some shit?
but
Well, Elon Musk said that too.
Jamie Foxx said the same thing also.
Was he joking though? Right?
What?
I mean, joking, but not joking. I mean, like he said, he wants to see a gray old white man with the hair, with the white hair on his arms. He said he
See, I
wants.
don't want to see a old. I want to see a young guy because I know I like when my pilots are young or middle age because I know they got a lot to live for, right? Like you see a pilot in his 30s or something, this dude here, first of all, if he's young, even when I see a female pilot, I feel relieved because I know that she probably went through the rigors to become a captain to be able to fly a plane, right? Like she's a female, she has to go through more than the average male, just because she's a woman, So she has to probably study harder, be at the top of her class, you know, have the best grades. You know what I'm saying? She probably a female pilot, especially when you're a captain of a major airline, you probably didn't went through the rigor to get to that position. So you
That,
damn
that's
don't
what
know what the hell you're doing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I never ever thought to question a pilot either he will either get sick or he's drinking or drugging or something like that. But other than that, I always thought that when they put these people in position, they had to train, no joke, to be where they at. Like they had to really work hard. I don't care who you are to have a plane and have so many lives in
Right.
your hands. You
Yeah.
have to train. And if you are a black pilot, I know you had to work extra hard because they didn't want your black ass there anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm never worried when I see a black pilot or female pilot. Actually, when I do, I feel safe because I know they probably know what the hell they doing, or they wouldn't even have this job because they already
Right.
know the obstacles they had to go through to get the job. So I feel good, And I don't want an old white man flying me anyway because that's probably have a heart attack in midair. I need a young guy. I see gray hair, I get nervous. I want a young guy flying me around.
But you guys are aware these kind of conversations we're having is uniquely American. I
Of
mean,
course, and it's sad too. You're absolutely 100% right, Carl. It is sad, and
What
it
he
is an
said?
American thing. I don't think it happens in other countries.
Oh, that we worry about the pilots and stuff.
gender of people and the woman, if a woman, the first woman to do this, or the first black person to do that, or the first Latino.
Right, yeah. It's always the thing here. Oh, the first black aviation guy, and we're gonna be getting into Black History Month. I sent something to our chat line. I don't know if you got it, Carl. I sent so much stuff, so I apologize. I'm always sending a lot of stuff, but
Yeah, I picked through it.
did you see the Top Gun thing I sent you?
Yeah, I saw that. I tried to download it, but the thing is, some of the videos doesn't allow
I
me.
got you, man. That was amazing because the Tuskegee Airmen were, the Top Gun. They made that movie and put Tom Cruise in there, but those brothers flying those planes were the ones that were at the top of their class. But they didn't teach you that in history books, right? And then when they made a movie, they didn't teach you that either. The Top Gun, they put Tom Cruise there and Val Kilmer and all those guys. But yeah, it was those brothers were the top flights, their flight school back in the day, and all the racism they faced. That's what I'm saying. All the racism they faced, and they still were the best at flying those military
They
planes. So
had to be the best.
that's
They
what I.
had to be the best. Even with the AAA movie, regardless to what, you are a Negro. They want you to be the worst, so you have to be the best. And I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, no. The reason I prefer to see black people, like a black pilot, a black whatever, because I know they have to be the best. Like Tiffany said, you have to be, because if you f up, if you mess up, they're gonna say, "See, we gave one black person a chance. You see, we told you they can't do." So
Yeah, they think we stupid.
when you're black and you're put in a position, like Kevin knows, when you black, you better be the funniest on the show. I don't care. You have to be the funniest on the show.
Yep, you have to be. Hey, Carl, I used to book a comedy club. I had a comedy room I used to book down in Maryland at a casino called Traders down on Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. And it was basically all white audience, and the owner of the venue was white. And we're in her office one day, and she says to me, she goes, "Kevin," because I was booking the club. I'm the talent coordinator. I'm the one that brought all the comedians there. She goes, "Kevin, I need more black comedians." She whispering, and she goes, "The black comedians are funnier than the white comedians." Because I'm thinking it's a white crowd, right? I need to be politically correct and keep some white boys coming in, just to be politically correct. I'm gonna book some white headliners and stuff like that. She's like, "Kevin, the white headliners are, the black headliners are much better. Bring me more black acts. Bring me more. And this is a white woman telling me this. She's whispering to, bring me more
Because that's the
black acts.
money. They like our entertainment. We've
Yeah,
been entertaining these whites for years,
but
okay?
we're better though.
Entertaining.
We're better. Yeah.
We got more energy and feel. We got more what we go through more than what they go through.
Yeah. She's whispered that to me. Bring me more black
Yeah,
headliners.
we need some more niggas.
Ah, all right. So we're gonna, and just so you know, we're gonna try to keep the show to 1 hour. We're gonna try. We're really gonna try. Um, we're gonna go into some Black history. I'm sure you guys know Lone Ranger was black man. You know. Um,
A lot of whitewashing in this America.
um, I'm sure you guys. I tried to find video on this fact, but back in the day, and I think it was World War I and II, they had to load the bombs on planes, and the only people that were chosen to load the bombs on the bomber planes were black people.
Yeah.
Yes, those are our jobs. That and of course cooking on the ship. Have you ever seen the movie Pearl Harbor? That brother that Cuban Jr. played. That's a true story. Uh, Cuban Jr. Played that black. He was a cook, but he took that gun and was shooting down all those enemy planes that was coming in. He had never shot a gun in his life. You know, he'd been cooking on the ship all these years. But when he got behind that thing, he was killing all those, shooting those pilots down, man. So yeah.
So we're gonna show some Black History facts. And happy Black History Day to everyone. Month. Sorry. But
Okay, I say one more thing, Carl.
go ahead.
Black History Month. I had a few like white friends on Facebook that like one we know called comedian out of Massachusetts. What's her name? The gay girl. I can't think of her name right now, but she put Happy Black History Month on her page. But we don't see a lot of Black History celebration on social media from our, you know what I'm saying? Jess Miller put that up there. Happy Black
Yeah.
History Month. You know Jess, right, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't get a lot of that. Like you see St. Patrick's Day, and it's like everybody got St. Patrick's Day on their freaking wait till St. Patrick's Day come around. Everybody, black people, white people, everybody got Happy St. Patrick's Day. But with Black History Month, you be strolling through social media, you be like, damn, nobody. Like there's nobody.
Oh, well, that's probably your timeline, baby. Because on my timeline, Black History Month is popping. I be taking stuff off of there. Like, yeah, I need some of that on my page. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't play, we salute Black History Month. And definitely Carl, I'm telling everybody, please see the Triple Eights. That's a movie that Tyler Perry did,
Yeah.
and he did a really good job. And these women fought. They were during the time of Hitler, when the soldiers needed mail. They couldn't. They had mail that was backed up for almost 10 months, almost to a year. They sent the white women out there to do it, and the white women could not do it at all. They couldn't even put it together. They sent these black women out there. They gave them only 6 months to do it. They did it within 3 months. It's documented. You can look them up, the Triple Eights, on YouTube. Watch their documentary, and we want to definitely salute them. And they did an awesome job.
And thank you, Tyler Perry, for bringing that story to us because we knew nothing about this because our history books have never taught us anything about these ladies.
Nicole Avant, excuse me, let's put her up there. Nicole Avant, Clarence Avant's daughter. She's married to the owner of Netflix. She was the one that told him the story because her parents told her the story because they were prominent boule people. They opened up mad doors for many black people. So she was the one that shared the story with Tyler, and Tyler took it to the film. And he did a very awesome job. I give you that, Tyler. He did a great job.
All right. Oh, Donna said, "What's up, Donna?" Donna said, "American Airlines has a captain and a first officer who are black Bajans." So
Thank you.
That's
Awesome.
good.
yeah.
Listen, anybody of color that you know you can do the job, get ahead and do what you got to do. Sure, I salute you, but I know you had a hard time getting there.
That's why I'm saying, when you get into a position where people don't expect you to be, you go above and beyond to make sure that you do well. So whenever you see a black person in a position that we're not usually in, you can guarantee that they're bending over backwards and twisting themselves
Yeah, yes.
for
They
greatness.
worked extra hard or they kissed a lot of ass. Raccoons.
And since it's
Mhm.
I like to show this Morgan. Everyone has seen this Morgan Freeman video where he can't believe that we have a Black History Month.
You doing this Black History with Morgan Freeman again this year?
Yes,
Morgan
Jesus.
Freeman, fell out of ass. Okay, no, I'm just-
Carl, love this video.
because it's relevant. As to
let's do it.
relevant. Does he have a point? You know.
Black History Month you find ridiculous. Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Come on.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh. Why not? Do you want one?
No.
No, I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
Well, it is true. Black history is American history, but it's a celebration, right? It's a time for us Black people to get together and reflect and reminisce about the great things we did. It's a time to celebrate. To me, that's what it's about. You know.
It is, and to teach our history is not. I don't think it should be anything wrong with it. They have holidays for every other thing, but as soon as we deal with a Black history, which again, yes, our history is American history, but we need to inform people because I think they seem to forget.
But what he's doing, he's kind of cooning a bit. He knows the people that pay him millions of dollars in Hollywood. They love it when they see other black people put other black people down. You can't be pro black, but you can't be too pro black. How many really really hardcore pro black people are really rich, are like billionaires or multimillionaires in Hollywood? How many? All of the people that have all the black actors that have crazy amounts of money. They're all low key, right? You know what I mean? Let's like D.L. Hughley, right? He goes hard for black people. He's doing okay, but he's not up there with Denzel and those kind of people, right? Because you can't go too hard. I mean, Dr. Umar says the same thing I'm saying. Like you can't go too hard for black people. So Morgan Freeman's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing that Steve Harvey did. Remember when Steve Harvey
He
told
knows his position and he's staying there. So
that white woman told Steve Harvey she's at a party, and when black people ask her about slavery or something like that, and she gets uncomfortable, and Steve Harvey told her to just say, "I don't give a damn about slavery," and walk away. I
I think Dale Hughley, um, and I read he has a net worth around somewhere around $10 million, and I think he finds that to be enough money for him to live comfortably and take care of his family. And when you got $10 million in your bank, there's nothing you can do to f with me. What are you gonna do? You know, I'm not on television. You can't take any shows from me. I'm not doing movies. I've already made my money, and the rest of my money is coming from me doing tours. And when I go out and do tours, comedy clubs and theaters, wherever places he worked, people don't come out and see him. So at this point, he's like Chappelle. Chappelle is another guy who says what he feels because he's not industry made at this point. Where Chappelle makes his money and he doesn't need movies and TV and that sort of stuff. So when you're not in the industry, like a Steve Harvey is an industry guy and Cedric's an industry guy, where you could take their TV shows from them and same way they did Mariah Carey's ex-husband, took him down, when he said something about Jewish people, right? Or something like that. So when you're part of that industry, yeah, but when you kind of self-made like DL is, and he got that money, $10 million, which is not big money in Hollywood, right? That's not for Hollywood standards. That's not big money, believe it or not. But hey, that's not a bad living,
Oh,
and he's good with that. That's the money you got that in the bank. You can tell your boss, or you can tell whoever to go kiss you. You know what? Because I got $10 million, and I'm gonna live good off of that the rest of my life.
we,
I
we,
think I think that's DL's reason for not giving an F about
right,
you
exactly.
know.
Why I
Yeah,
love got the Muhammad Ali mentality.
yeah, exactly.
White people come first. You know,
Yeah, and he's been going hard at Snoop. I'm surprised he's going hard at Snoop, but he's been telling Snoop a new one on all his social media. He going hard at Snoop. DL is right now.
yeah. So that's why I brought up DLU because I'm like Godfrey. People that go hard for black.
Yeah,
They don't get the kind of love that other people would get you know, from Hollywood, and they're not gonna get it because they go too hard
so
for
they go hard. Yeah, that's true. But those guys are okay financially too. Where they're not worrying about their mortgage and not worrying about their car note. They doing okay financially, but
yeah.
they're not worried about nothing either because they got bank.
Like we talked about Damon John, the guy from Shark Tank, who's worth 400 million. He was worth 400 million at the time. I'm sure by now he's probably worth close to a billion.
Yeah, for us, he did for Boo.
Right, Fubu, and he liked a tweet from Louis Farrakhan, and the Jewish people made him take it down. They made him take a like. All he did was like what Farrakhan said. He liked it, and they
They
made,
can't be controversial when it's dealing with business. Anybody that's controversial, you cannot mess with them. That's a part of the game. Rich people, they got certain rules and regulations that they cannot cross because of who they do business with.
yeah. So yeah, I was just saying that when you go hard, you can only go so
Yeah,
far.
you can't go too hard. If that's the case, look what's going on with this DEI, right? You got all these celebrities, Tabitha, I don't know if you heard of Tabitha Brown, asking us not to boycott Target or any other store because that makes it bad for their black businesses. I don't understand. Why is the white water better over there? Go open your own business, your own flagship store, and sell online. But you know what it is? They're used to big production. They're used to the Walmarts and the Target. And Target and them is about to take all of that stuff out. Take all of their products out. So you're gonna have to create your own.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, they know that's where the big money is. I mean, let's face it, white people are the majority in the country, in America. So if you can cross, if you can get white people to buy your products or get in white people's stores, you're gonna be in front of more customers. It's kind of like when R&B singers, what's the goal is to
They want to cross over.
want to cross over, because that's
Hmm.
but
No,
happy with we got to be happy with just being among black people. But I don't know. We
I
see.
think it's about manufacturing also. We don't have enough manufacturing companies that will do our businesses. And that's something that black people with money should invest in. Opening up manufacturing companies for black owned businesses.
Yeah. I don't know. What's up? Tanya is on. What's up, Tanya? Tanya is agreeing with you, Tiff. She said we need to start our own Amazon. But I mean, we've said that many times on this show, and we're gonna say you know till we can't breathe anymore. We need
But they,
stuff.
I mean, think about it, Carl. We
Some
have these black products.
yeah.
We and Tabitha is worth almost $5 million. You trying to tell me she cannot open up a black owned corner soup black market that's selling nothing but black owned stuff like hers?
I'm
Kitchen
sure.
stuff.
Pamela Jones, she said, Tiffany, it's the distribution network, meaning that like we talked about last week, like why don't black people open their own grocery stores or delis or whatever or beauty supply stores in the black neighborhood? The distribution networks, they don't cooperate with black people. But I will say we need to get in there and fight. If we just sit back and say, well, they're not working with us, they're not okay, but are we just gonna sit on the sidelines and not do anything? We got to get in there and fight. Open up your beauty salon, your beauty supply store, or your whatever grocery store, whatever in the black neighborhood, and start fighting these distribution, networks.
Or open up your own distribution
If they
or
don't
something.
cooperate with you, go to your congressman, go to your representative, whoever, make, you know what I mean, make it public. Let people know, hey, I'm black. I have a business in this blah 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 black neighborhood, and they're not helping. They're not working with me. They have the distribution networks on lockdown. You know what I mean? Make it public and keep fighting and fight and fight and fight. And someday we'll make it. But if we say nothing and we just throw our hands up, then we go nowhere. So both Tiffany, both you and Pamela Jones are right. It's a distribution thing where they don't cooperate with black people, but at the same time, we can't just sit back and do nothing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I shop at Western Caribbean supermarkets. Whenever I'm in New York, there's lots of Caribbean supermarkets in New York. There's one in the Bronx. There's many in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, and they're all owned by Chinese people.
Wow.
Because they get the loans. They get all of this. They would think twice about giving it to us. I think the whole system is rigged. You want to keep it real.
Every Caribbean, and they're blasting Jamaican music, they're blasting calypso, and Chinese people are running the entire supermarket. And they got the Jamaican flags flying, they got the Barbados flags, the
Wow.
that flags, they got the whole. You would think Caribbean people owned, but no. You look around, you see Chinese people own these businesses.
Yes.
And you're not, and I'm north. There are some people from the Caribbean who love their own Caribbean, supermarket, but like Pamela Jones, the distributors are not going to cooperate with us. But what do we back and say they're not cooperating and just let it be business as usual? No, I say we open up a business and we get in there and we fight. And we fight these people. We got to fight these people. You know. So that's my but we say this all the time, but for some reason when it comes to getting together, you know, like the guy from the Cavaliers who said black people have the money but we don't have the mindset. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember his name, was a basketball player. He was talking about basketball players having millions of dollars, but they do dumb stuff with it. And I don't know, but hopefully there's a day that's going to come where we can, you know, all see that we really need to work together to make things work. And it's not going to happen in my lifetime. I'll be dead and gone. But hopefully we can do enough to get some momentum, to keep things going.
Or at least people find their tribe and y'all work together. Because I listen, not everybody's perfect because you can't let everybody in your circle. You can't let everybody in your space, because they'll turn on your ass quick, fast. So, yeah, we pray that our children's and their friends and family can stick together to make something work because it's a lot. Because I don't like the division. There's a lot of division, and my mother didn't raise me on division, and we were born here in America. You understand? My mother did not raise us on division, especially from people from all cultures, walks of life. She let us know we are all human. But as you get older, you see that division is there, and it's sad.
Yeah, there is division, and I know some people would say it's the we've all heard about the Willie Lynch letter where the how to keep a slave for life.
Yeah, that's all very, yes.
Keep a slave for life, but put in the black man against the black woman, put the young slave against the older slave, put the woman
Mhm.
against the male slave, put the light skinned slave against the darker slave, and you get them fighting amongst each other, and you have a slave for life. But hope
Mhm.
are smarter.
Again, white people think 20, 30, 40, 100 years ahead of time. We as black people, we're just thinking to survive the next day. So we have to start thinking like that. We have to think of the future because they planned how they wanted us to act. And look now. So some of us made it, some of us didn't.
Yeah. So Pamela Jones said magic Johnson is an exception as he relates to black investors who played basketball. Yeah, Magic Johnson is doing some really good stuff, and he's one of the smarter ones. Um,
I like that he bought movie theaters in the communities, especially I think they still got one in Harlem, that he bought to the front. And you needed that. Our young people needed to go out, do something, go to the movies and stuff, have some type of entertainment. So yeah, he did do a lot, bringing businesses like that.
yeah. Um, I want to touch on this because Kevin brought it up. It came in kind of late because I guess Kevin saw it kind of late. But we talked about a black nurse that was breaking the bone of black babies.
A few weeks ago, you talking about that one? A few weeks ago.
Talked about it a few weeks ago. Now we have another nurse who we just found out has broken the bones of 60 something black babies. Kev, I think it was. Just breaking the bones of black babies.
All
Just
of this allegedly.
allegedly, let me say allegedly, uh, breaking the bones of black babies. You have to be a special kind of evil. You know what I mean? You have to be sitting at the right hand of Satan to get up in the morning, go to your job, knowing that you're going to break the bones of newborn black babies. Got to be a special kind of evil.
I blame white women. I'm telling you, I blame white women.
I know when they see carjackings or they see a mugging or a stick up, they say we're savages. We are horrible. But I would swear on my families that you would never find a black person to do that, to do anything like that ever. But these are the same people that sat on the trees and watched people hanging from trees. So you know, but here they're talking about this makes me sad because when you envision a baby and you envision somebody just breaking their bones, a black, and just because they're black for no reason, you know.
Well, I just read another report. It seems that a 60-year-old nurse by the name of David Buchanan out of Detroit was arrested for breaking the bones of 66 African American newborns in the IC unit. Yeah, another one. What did I say? A part of their what? A part of their what? Yeah, part of their DNA. This nurse, male nurse, 60 years old. Can you imagine how much damage he has done that he was never caught for? They just now finding out about the 66 babies. 66 newborn babies in the ICU. He broke their bones. When I tell you it's part of their DNA, I'm not lying. Yeah, this is what they do. This is the type of demonic, evil, treacherous crap that's a part of their DNA. How could you to a newborn baby? But then again, I always told you that they were groomed to be able to disconnect from the human race of anyone that did not look like them. So it's easy for them to look at an African American baby and don't see a human being. They don't even see a...
Yeah, that was almost 10 minutes long, so obviously I can't play the whole thing. But I mean, she said it. They have the ability to disconnect and not see anyone that doesn't look like them as human. You know, they seem that. That's what it seems to me like they have that ability to be able to just disconnect and just not have any feelings for for anyone that doesn't look like them. Which is why they can watch the families being ripped apart, their immigrants being sent back, you know, and they can see families crying. They don't care. They don't. They just don't have feelings for, you know.
You said you had a scare Mexican saying that they didn't need black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see? Yeah, this
I
so
don't know why.
is I'll just show it because they don't need. Here we go.
Lately, I have seen a lot of videos of black people making fun of Mexicans for what's happening right now with Mexican people. I have also seen black people make videos talking about Mexicans. Don't come to us for help because we're not helping. First of all, Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people, they have Salvadorian people, they have Guatemalan people, they have Nicaraguan people, and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people. Black people, what makes you think that Mexicans are going to come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's wild. Mexican people are hardworking people. Mexican people stick together. They make it work. That's the total opposite of a black person. You want to call me a racist? Go right ahead. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Mexican people are not alone. They have all of us. What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother? Get your popcorn ready and watch how Mexicans make this work.
That was
You gotta
funny.
laugh. You gotta laugh and stop from crying, right, Tiff?
Yeah, you have to laugh to keep. To be honest, I don't mess with Latinos. God bless you. I have some Latino friends that's mad cool, but I really don't mess with them just because of that personality right there. I actually told y'all from the beginning. Only thing I'm sending out is a prayer because it's nothing that I can do about this deportation and all of that stuff like that. A lot of people came here because y'all was leaving y'all country because y'all was not happy. So yes, you're right. You got the Honduras, you got everybody else. Y'all stick together and y'all work this out. And I send much love to y'all. We not rushing over there. We have enough issues, like you said. We have enough issues that we have to deal with. We have to deal with unemployment, inflation, mental health. We have so much stuff that we have to deal with. Housing. Should we just keep going down the line of things that black people have to? Y'all wasn't really on the list, but we do send our prayers because we do have empathy and sympathy for other people in distress. So we send our love, but you can keep that little nasty attitude.
Kevin, anything you want to say to that Mexican brother?
Um, yeah, I mean, he left out all the sacrifices that black folks made so he can be able to be here and make that stupid ass comment.
Yeah.
You know, like we just celebrated Dr. King's holiday 2 weeks ago, was it? I mean, and just that whole movement, is the reason, and people like Dr. King is the reason that he's able to be here and have that laws were changed to allow him and his family to be here was the sacrifices in the blood of black people who fought for civil rights. Because when Dr. King fought for civil rights, yeah, it was an African American man fighting for civil rights and mainly for black people, but he was fighting for civil rights for women. For the bill that Trump just overturned, that bill was for women and black people and white women too. and just women, period, no matter what your color was, and Asians. And that's what I'm saying. All these people come here and they learn to hate us and they hate black people. Like Godfrey says so eloquently, they hate us. They don't like nobody likes black people. They only like our culture, and everything else, but they don't like us, right? But we made it possible, you know, for people to come to this country and enjoy the fruits of this country, the good things of this country, like being able to prosper, and make a good living if you do the right things. Uh, we made that possible for him. For him to shit on black people, it's just sad, but it's not surprising.
Well, here's another Mexican who doesn't doesn't feel the same way he does. So there you go.
It's because black people, y'all cry too much. Y'all complain too much. You're victims. Here's the thing. That crying, that complaining is what caused black people to fight. If it weren't for black people put in prison for fighting and getting murked a lot of times, if it weren't for that, a lot of minorities in this country wouldn't have the systemic opportunities that we do today. The irony that I see when I see Mexicans or Mexican Americans tell black people that y'all cry too much, y'all complain, y'all just victims. But it is that crying and that complaining what caused y'all to fight for all of us. For all of us. Literally, we Mexican, and I speak for myself, we're so prideful that we choose to be quiet a lot of times as we're being systemically mistreated and we face systemic inequalities. And due to that is why we as Mexican people are so behind. It's so behind, and we get mistreated so much in this country because we don't complain. We don't cry. We are just bullied around, being pushed around by everybody, as opposed to black people who said, nah, we're going to fight. And that sacrifice while fighting has enabled all minorities, not just Mexicans, Asians, Indians, everybody in this country benefits from the civil rights movements that was fought by black people. So my personal opinion in regards to black people always complaining, black people always crying, we need to stop identifying that as crying and complaining and really call it, we're tired of systemic inequality, systemic oppression, and we are going to finally stand up and change things. That is what a lot of Mexican people can't see. We call that crying, but the reality is that the reason why we are in the conditions that we are is because we don't cry enough.
Okay. And let me give y'all just a fact. Malcolm X grandson was killed in Mexico fighting for rights for Mexicans being relocated to Mexico. He was killed in a bar. Okay? So, my thing is that we have fought. If it wasn't for our blood, sweat, and tears for the different civil rights and it wasn't, Martin Luther King wasn't only for just black people rights. He was a universal man. He was fighting for everybody, poor people rights. So, please don't come for us. Don't come for us.
Well, obviously, I th- I think they should make the civil rights history part of becoming a citizen in America. Or they should make those. They should show some kind of video to those people that are coming across the border, or that who, if you want to become an American citizen or you want a green card or whatever, you should be able to watch videos about Jim Crow and all that stuff. Because honestly, I learned more about black history in America just from doing this show with you and Kevin.
I believe you. And they want people like you that comes from other countries to be dumbfounded on American history. So that's why I be upset with a lot of people from other countries. I make sure I learn your history. I'm gonna find if I Google Smoogle, I'm gonna look in encyclopedia, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna learn about your history. But nobody takes the time out to find out about what was going on in black history here in America, but you be quick to judge us. quick to tell us we're lazy. We don't appreciate nothing after our ancestors went through what they went through. Y'all need to stop. That's why I feel like I'm not even gonna waste my time. And like I said, I would send y'all a prayer.
They didn't get a prayer from me.
But you know, us as black people, we have empathy and sympathy for everybody. What they taught us in the Bible, turn the other cheek. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm still can be a better person and send a prayer and be like, it's nothing that we can do. And you know, to keep your information to yourself. You know, it's real sad. No, I listen. I don't like the displacement or what people have to go through, but hey, things happen.
Yeah. Scooby D2, what's up, brother? Scooby,
Hey.
how old is American history and culture? You mean Black American history? How old is Black American history and
I
culture?
think American history is about 400 to 500 years old, right?
For
But
the
then you also have the Native Americans. We can't. We want to salute the Native Americans. It was Native Americans that was here before. You know, was here before, and some of us was probably a part of the Native American tribes also that were already here. Because if you do look at some of the Native Americans, they were brown people. You
I'm not
know,
so
they
sure, Tiff, that the Native American people are very fond of us either, though. You know, I get the vibe, when I'm around them. I get this weird vibe. I perform a lot in Cherokee, North Carolina, on
oh.
on the Indian reservation at the casino there, which I'll be there this upcoming week for 5 nights performing in Cherokee, North Carolina, on the Indian reservation, and I run into so many American Indians on this reservation when I'm there, and I never get good vibes from them. Never get a lot of friendly conversation or just back and forth. Or they always seem so distant and just arrogant. I get this. It disappoints me, and I don't know. I don't want to just judge a whole group of people, but this is my personal experience. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, because they don't know you. That's why they don't know you or your history. And I bet you if they knew you or your history or what your people went through, they'll probably look at you and deal with you
Well,
differently.
they should know. They part of this freaking country.
Yeah, but they don't. A lot of people don't pay attention to that.
I
They
don't, I'm not.
really
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about just knowing about my history. I'm just talking about just being freaking friendly to just friendly vibe. You know what I'm saying, Carl?
but
Like
you
just
don't feel
you're.
the feel a good vibe with them.
Yeah, I don't feel a good vibe when I'm around them, and I'm around them. I'm in their presence. I see them. I go to the stores where they're at. Grocery store, whatever. I just feel this weird vibe around them. I don't know what it is.
No, I get it because I have been around. Because my mother used to take us to like the little Indian festivals. To teach us about Native Americans, and I'm so happy that she did because she tried to teach us about all different cultures. But when you go there, it's a certain type of energy. It's not really welcoming, but it's there. Like they need the money. That's how they hustle through their jewelry, their beautiful jewelry and art and stuff like that. But I understand. And it's sad because we got nothing but love for you.
I just think everybody hates us, like Garfield said. Everybody fucking hates us, man. We just the most disliked people on the planet, man. It makes no sense,
We
man.
just people they love to hate, and it's all right, because that's how the world go around. You need hate and love, So as long as you don't touch me, try to hurt me or my family, keep on hating. I don't care. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah, Kevin, I'm with you on that. They're just about black people that the world doesn't like. It's
yeah,
just
that's what I feel, man.
listen.
That's so disappointing to hear the dude talk like that because he needs to be set down and educated. He needs to go into a room with somebody and just sit down and be educated and talk to. See, because he's so arrogant and stupid what he said. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
this just pisses me off. That pissed me off, Carl. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And I'm already in a bad mood because today I had nothing better to do, but get on Facebook and argue with a black Trump supporter, Like, like this dude, this dude Shannon and I going back for a while, going back and forth. He's a black Trump supporter. We have mutual friends on Facebook, a comedian buddy of mine in North Carolina, one of his friends, and he's a black Trump supporter, black conservative, because it's like just he's still licking Trump's boots,
Well, you're going to be seeing that for 4 years, so you might as well just block them or snooze them for 4 years. Because they are going to be licking boots, kissing ass, kissing the finger, kissing let's make
the ring.
America great again. Yeah, they're going to be doing all of that. All of that.
But
And
coming
there's
from a
nothing that
black
we can
guy,
do.
but coming from a black person is even more disturbing, though. I mean, God darn it.
We hate it, but that's a part of our culture. We have some coons up in there. They would rather be down with master, and it's all right. Let them stay over there. Go ahead.
All right.
Scooby Doo 2 said, "Did you know the suicide rate amongst Native Canadians and Australians is amongst the highest in the world? I know you're not Canadian, but let's face it, once upon a time there was no America or Canada, but yet there was an indigenous population."
So he's saying that they're having that is a lot, the suicide rate is up.
Yes.
And now I don't know the demographics of why the suicide rate is up. I don't know if he's saying it's blacks, it's whites, it's mixed. That's something that I don't have the details, but that's dealing with mental health. And that's something that us, Canada, America, Africa, Mexico, we don't deal with that. We don't deal with mental health. We just walk the roads, the streets with our ticky bombs in our heads. So it's sad that they are having that suicide. They need to really come together for mental health awareness.
All right. What's up, Gina? Gina is saying she can't hear me. I mean, I think everyone else can hear me. Right? Can you guys hear me?
I hear you fine.
Can you hear me, Tiffany?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, if anyone else is watching besides Gina that can't hear me, let me know. Gina's the only one that says she can't. Gina, you might have
Isn't Gina somewhere in Europe?
Gina somewhere. I don't know where Gina is. Gina's got
She's been traveling. She said she left this place.
Anywhere she wants to be.
I wish I had that white woman money. Yes.
You can get it, Tiffany.
Give it to me.
I'm gonna show this video, and I want your opinion, Tiffany and Kevin, on this because this.
Please don't piss me off.
No.
I didn't eat yet.
You didn't eat yet. Yeah, I was just a bit perplexed, as they say, about this video.
Because you keep saying we, and it's like your kind of connection with the black community, but you're Cuban. Like
I'm black first.
Yeah,
I'm black first.
So
what I always
ask,
tell
like,
people,
how you identify
but
yourself.
Are you full Cuban? I'm full Cuban.
I thought he was black too.
I know,
but I am black.
No, everyone thinks that you are like black lineage.
All right, let me explain how it works. This is another thing that I feel like we as black people get caught up in, that
semantics
that separates us as opposed to uniting us. We get caught up in where the ship dropped us off versus where the ship picked us up. You know what I'm saying? We all come from the same root. It's just a tree with different branches. The same boat that picked up your ancestors picked up my ancestors. Only they dropped yours off here. They made a pit stop in the Caribbean and dropped mine off. But my ancestors still dealt with slavery. Still dealt with being, having their family and their lives ripped from them and having to come back from colonialism and slavery. So it's not just African Americans, it's Afro-Cubans, it's Afro-Dominicans, it's Afro-Puerto Ricans. Like, all these people got to get out of their colonialized minds and stop thinking, oh, I'm not this, I'm this. Okay, yeah, you can be Latin, but you're black first.
And the separatism that takes us apart when we all have the same struggle. We all experience 100%. The same struggle.
Because when I walk into a room, they ain't thinking, oh, we're going to give him a pass because he's Latin. Yeah. Or if a cop pulls me over, he's not like, oh, okay, I'm not going to shoot him or I'm not going to beat his ass because he's Cuban. No, I'm black. You know what I'm saying? And I'm dealing with the same struggle. So we all gotta unite and fight for the struggle together because we're all dealing with the exact same struggle.
What I had, the problem with that is the girl said, you keep saying you're black, but you're Cuban. But clearly he is black. So
right.
I didn't understand. And
We talked about this before, where you have people that think, now it's not all that come to this country and they feel like, no, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. No, I'm not
didn't,
black, I'm Barbados. No,
but
I'm
he
not
didn't say
black.
it. He didn't say it. She said it first. She said, "I thought you're not." She said, "You're Cuban." He's, you know what I mean. So I don't know. He's black, but
No, but he said it. I like that he actually took up and actually said, I'm black.
right.
Because regardless to what, once you are that brown color, you are black. And yes, a lot of people were dropped off different places. And his ancestors was dropped off in Cuba. Celia Cruz, Afro-Cuban. You
No,
understand what I'm saying? And she was brown. But if you see her sisters in them, they were light and they had that, they treated her differently because she was a darker skin than the light skin. So it does happen. But regardless to what, when you come to America, and I have to keep stressing this to y'all, these whites don't care what country you come from. They see black ass people. That's all they see. They don't see nothing less, nothing more. They don't. If you African, you think they're gonna care? Oh, we're gonna shoot you, African black man. You understand? They do not care about where your background at. If you are a black person in this country, you are going to be treated as such, a nigga. I'm sorry.
Okay, I get that, but I mean, he said, she said, "I thought you were black, but you're Cuban."
Carl, I think what you're saying, and I know you're saying, Tiff, and I know what Carl's saying. What I'm going to say to this call is a lot of people, Cubans and dark skinned people from other parts of the world that come to the United States of America don't always want to identify with the African American group of people because they feel like that we've been beat up on so much. Why would I want to go be a part of that community? So I think what the young lady is saying is that you're not black because she's probably dealt with a lot of people from other countries that come here that's dark skinned that don't want to identify as black. But he's saying, F that.
I'm
I am
black.
black. I want to identify with you. The same way Carl Yard is not an African American black because he wasn't born in this country, but he's still black.
He's still black.
When he get in his car tomorrow night to go to the store, his ass gonna feel black like me. Trust me.
Still black.
If you see a cop behind you tomorrow, Carl, you gonna have the same feeling Kevin Lee has, right? So you're black. But I think that's what I think she is saying. Well, wait a minute. I've dealt with people from Cuba that said they weren't black. Now you're saying you're black. I think that's what it is. I think
I think the confusion is with her, and if I'm correct, that's Melissa Ford. If I'm correct, because
the confusion is a lot of people come here, Tiff, that don't want to identify as black.
right, they want to
That's the
identify as
confusion.
their country.
As their country, yeah. That's the thing. Like,
Okay.
and I think that so it's kind of like two things can be true. It's not all his fault. And it's not all her fault. What she's saying and what he's saying is like, hey, I'm black. I identify with you guys. I'm part of this. He's probably been pulled over by the cop or been called the N word or whatever. So
And that Cuban did not work.
exactly he feels like, hey, I'm black in
He was
America.
like, they was like, you're
That's all.
still getting
Yeah.
locked up.
You're
But
right,
I
Kevin.
don't think everybody that comes here from Cuba wants to identify with the African American community. They think, I mean, a lot of Puerto Ricans don't, a lot
Yeah,
of
what you
dark
said,
skinned Puerto
Carl?
Ricans,
Right, Kevin is right. Like you're absolutely right when you say people come to this country to see how Black Americans are treated. So immediately they want you to know I'm black, but I'm not part of them black.
right.
It's true. You want them to know.
Who wants to be, seriously, who wants to be part of our community after we've gone through so much and still going through so much? And look at Tiger Woods, for example. Now, Tiger Woods got every black man in the country in the barbershop watching golf on Sundays and everything. You know, like when he was in his prime, man, Tiger Woods had black men running to the TV to watch golf, you know. But here, this dude, darker than everybody on this panel right here, doesn't identify as an African American male.
Yeah, he's a Blasian.
You know, he don't want to be known as a black man. He don't want to identify as a black, you know. So that's my point. We got a lot of Tiger Woods, you know, who are loved by black people, adored by black people because of his golfing skills, and he's a brown skinned athlete dominating a white man's sport. And he got all these brothers running to watch him kick these white boys' butt on a golf course, something we've never seen in the history of this country. And then now, you know, you're like, oh, I ain't black. You know, like what? What?
Like, I ain't black. I'm non-black.
Yeah, basically, he don't identify as a brother. I'm sure on his driver's license, he has black because he is black in America, whether he likes it or not. But what he personally identifies as and what's on his driver's license is two different things, right? So when he goes to the NBA, he got that little B on his driver's license under identification, that BL, you know, sitting there. So he's a black male.
That's not a nigga.
When the police pull him over, you know what the police says? And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the code, when the police pulls you over, Carl, they don't say on the speaker, you're a black male. You know what they say? You're number two, a number two male.
Yeah, because it's racist to say that.
Did you know that?
Number two for doo-doo, like for number.
No, not number two for bowel movement, Carl. It's just a code number. You're number two. It's just a code. Like that's how they identify your race.
Identify that you're black, right?
Yeah, that you're black by saying you're number two. So if you're, let's say a cop pulled you over and you got out the car and start running, they would get on the speaker. We got number two male running to the northeast through the woods. You know,
they
don't say
black male.
Yeah, they don't say black male. They say number two male. Yeah, so that's if you ever pulled over by a cop or you ever see a cop on the speaker and he calling you in, he's not gonna say, "Yeah, I got a black male standing here." He'll say number two male.
Code words.
Number two is the code for black in America. Yeah. Thank you. That history lesson will be $5 a piece. That's true, though. That is true.
Well, we had an hour and a half. We tried to fit an hour, but
we tried. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone who watched today's show. Thank you so much, and happy Black History. Please spread the Black History because Mr. Trump and his cohorts, folks, we are just at the beginning of the first 4 years.
Exhausting already. Jesus.
It's already exhausting.
11 days seem like a year already.
Yes, I heard 2 people say that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean to cut you off, Carl, but also in the next few weeks, since it's Black History Month, we'll be doing a lot of Black History stuff, and we're also going to be doing some Black History music. So we're going to be covering some music on this show, also, right, guys? We love music.
We can do music one of the weeks, y'all. So I would love it.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was watching a documentary. I actually put it up on my page. Curtis Mayfield. He has touched so much. Like his music.
Yes.
So, definitely.
Very underrated dude, but very
look
amazing.
him up. Curtis Mayfield. He did a lot. It's sad that in Brooklyn, where I'm from, he wound up becoming paralyzed. Something fell on him doing and I go, and it's so bad because I go to these concerts, the free concerts at Wingate School, and he wound up, I think it's the 90s if I'm correct. He wind up getting hurt, something fell on him. But I want to actually say he's definitely iconic.
Yeah, he's an amazing dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He fought through his music. He did his Black history, his power to the people through his music.
My favorite Curtis Mayfield song is "The Making of You." It's a ballad. You heard that song before, Tiff? It's a beautiful song. The Making of You. Yeah. It's a beautiful song. So we had to play that on the show sometime in Black History Month in honor of Curtis Mayfield. We're gonna show some flowers to a few artists that don't get the love they deserve.
Yes, definitely.
About that. Yeah, we'll do that over the next
Also got to
28 days.
back in the day when like Sammy Davis Jr., a lot of big headlining acts could not come through the front door to perform in that freaking.
Yeah, they had to go to the back door. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I could not eat in the front with the rest. You know, what I mean, they had to eat in the kitchen or eat in the back, and they were like the headliner. They were the main attraction at the
You know,
theater.
Frank Sinatra put a stop to some of that. He had said to a lot of the casinos that the Rat Pack was performing at that if Sammy couldn't walk through the front door with us, we're not performing. So they're like, "Oh, okay, Mr. Sinatra." So a lot of
Isn't
times,
that horrible? That's
Sammy
horrible.
wasn't allowed to walk through the front door of some of these casinos because Frank Sinatra put his foot down and said, "If he can't come through with us, then we don't perform." Because they wanted the three white guys in the Rat Pack to go through the front door, and for some reason, Sammy Davis Jr. had to walk through the back door. That is crazy. You know what's even more crazy about that? Was it wasn't that long ago. Like
No,
the
you want to
freaking
hear you said
60s.
you saying this wasn't that long ago. Still, in some southern areas, the workers have to go through the back. They cannot walk through the front. You know, like they it's just a certain type of thing. But here in New York, you can walk through the front. You don't have to walk through the back. But in the southern areas, you have to walk through the back, or you'll get in trouble.
I was performing in a fancy hotel, and I was talking to a guy, and he was a cook, and he was like, "Yo, man, I can't really be out here talking to you." Like he's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "We're not allowed to be out here in the lobby." He was actually passing through to go to his shift and recognized I was a comedian, and but I'm talking to the brother. He's like, "Yo, man, I can't be in the lobby, man. I get in
Yeah, they
trouble."
got certain
I was like,
restrictions, and
"What?"
it's
Yeah, he got to go through get out of the lobby to get to it. He can't sit in the lobby and patronize with people in the lobby, like
yeah.
guests and entertainers. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, so funny that you said that because those seem to be the exact same people who are in the Trump administration, and that's where they're back to, right? They want to bring those days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta go to the back. They want y'all back to the back. They want you to the back of the bus. Get your ass back in the back of the bus.
Nina, yeah. Donna, what's up? Donna said, check out Nina Simone's. Have you checked out her documentary? I think I saw it on Netflix. I did see.
Yeah, Nina was definitely
Yeah, but
very eccentric.
yeah, but she married a white man in the end, though, didn't she?
I don't know if she married a white man.
I think she did.
Did she?
Really? I don't
Just a
think
moment.
so.
You sure? I think I'm pretty sure that
She
Nina.
probably slept with one. You know, because them white men love some chocolate. You know how many white men want to mess with black women, but they know that
Do
they
they?
family would disown them?
But do they really love and want to bring you to the Thanksgiving day to Thanksgiving dinner, or do they just
You know they can't bring them home because they're
right?
going to be like,
So
why you brought this nigga home?
right. So is it love, or they just want to try it? They want to try it to see what it's like, but
And what happens? Once they get that chocolate, they be hooked. You know they like us. We smell good. We smell like cocoa butter. We always cooking. It's a different look every week. They love that shit.
but I'm saying, do they love you? I mean, they love you in the future, or they love you. They want to love you today, and that's it.
Well, some will not just want to just have a piece of you. Some will give up their whole family
Yeah.
for you.
Tiff,
Right.
I'm gonna tell Dr. Umar on you if you go funny
First of
hopping.
all, you would never ever have to wear. I will get with a light skin like you
Thank
before
you.
I will go all the way white. Thank you. It's nothing like a black man, and y'all smell amazing.
Thank
Okay,
you.
because I did try to sniff a white guy, and I was like, "Oh my god, he smells dry."
What are you doing sniffing people?
I'm
What's
a
wrong with you?
sniffer. I like to sniff you. If you smell bad, I am not messing with you. But if you smell good, I find out what type of aura you got. You lucky both of y'all smell good because I did sniff y'all.
Oh, damn. Right? Did you know I didn't know you sniffed us.
So
Damn.
that. So
You're a
Don
serial sniffer.
had Nina. Nina,
What you said, Carl?
Nina Simone did marry a white man.
Did she really? I ain't mad at her. She do what she got to do. She had a beautiful voice.
Yes.
Beautiful lady, yeah.
Hmm. No white man's gonna be touching this. I'm sorry, uncooked meat.
Uncooked meat. That's hilarious.
Don't try to steal my joke.
That's funny. Uncooked meat. Chip your trip.
So thanks to everyone. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Scooby, Glendine Carter for checking
Take
in.
me on tour with you.
Uh, Gina, thank you for checking in. Pamela Jones, all of you on
Yes.
Facebook. I can't see the Facebook um, messages. Tanya, thank you for checking in. Tanya's in
Yes.
England, so it's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning over there. But thank you for checking in. And thanks to everyone. Pamela Jones, I think I mentioned Pamela. Highly favored. Thank you for checking in on your comments. We appreciate you.
Out of my mom and my sister, they probably watching. Hey, mom, sister.
Hey, hi to my family.
Your sister can't type? Can your sister type?
Yeah, she types. I don't know.
She probably like she'll type if it's something crazy. I bet you she'd be like,
say something. What's your sister?
She'll text me.
She text you?
Yeah, she'll text me if something's crazy going on the show.
Okay.
She just texts her cell phone.
We still got a connection.
All right. So yeah, thanks to Mama Lee and Sister Lee for checking in.
Sister Lee.
Sister Lee.
She ain't been a Lee in a long time. That's all good.
Before we go, Tiffany, anything you want to share that you learned on today's show?
Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month for 365 days a year. Thank you again for everybody that's chiming in with us and having this conversation. We really, really appreciate you all. Our condolences out to the families because it wasn't only the accident that happened in Washington, something also happened in Philly. So we definitely want to send our condolences out to everyone right now. It's just a lot. I don't know what to say about Trump. We'll see y'all next week with Trump. You know he's going to do something that's going to piss somebody off. So we'll definitely see y'all. But also remember, this is protected by fair use only. We do not own the rights to the content or the music or anything. Entertainment purposes only. So make sure you like and subscribe and share and leave a comment and let us know what you feel and what you think or share something with us. And a shout out to my family. I love you, mommy. I love you, sisters. Shout out to my godson. He finally had the baby. Shout out to the new baby and the family. And definitely much love to everyone.
All right. Kevin, anything you want to share that you learned on today's show?
Tiff kind of stole my thunder, but yeah, Trump's gonna do something stupid again. Every day he does something stupid. So we just gotta deal with this guy basically every show for the next 4 years. But that's
Yeah,
just
at least we got content.
no tip. It is Black History Month. We will be celebrating it in a big way on this show every Sunday. What else? Yeah, my condolences to all the people that lost their lives in the plane crash, all the young figure skaters, young people just starting their lives, and there were, 12 and 13 and 15, 16-year-olds on there. The sister from Howard University was young and married, and then there was a mother, one of the flight attendant, the sister. She was a mother, and she had 2 babies at home and a husband. So she leaves behind 2 kids, young kids that won't have a mother now. And that's very sad. And then I forgot the white guy's name. I was watching some videos of him on on social media. The flight attendant, the guy flight attendant, he was a cool dude. He just sang on the loudspeaker to everybody before the plane took off and stuff. So he had a good personality. So yeah, it's a shame, man, that these people are gone. But and then there's a lot of talk on social media about people saying, I'm not flying anymore. Flying is crazy because the plane in Philadelphia crashed. Then they had another accident tonight in Chicago. 2 planes collided, not in the air, but on the ground. I'm reading on social media that.
It's Trump's fault.
So with that being said, probably 10,000 flights took off and landed safely today
Yes.
around the world. So I don't think flying is dangerous. No more dangerous than getting in your car. Matter of fact, more people will die in their car this month than on planes. Trust me.
They say airplane accidents is very light. Like
Yeah,
this
more
is
people die in their cars than die on planes in 2025. So it is what it is, but it's still sad. But yeah, so that's it. Good seeing you guys. Black
good
History
seeing you
Month is
too.
here.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching us here on another Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like Tiffany said, we do not own the rights to anything. It's fair use, and we just do this for entertainment purposes only. Also, we are not therapists. Only Kevin is the only certified therapist on the show. Tiffany completed the therapy
I'm a
certification.
hood therapist. I'm a community therapist. Sure.
The hood therapist. What?
Bootleg therapist. Excuse me.
Is that I don't know. Is that a typo?
What?
Scooby? I don't know. Tiffany. I mean, Scooby typed something here. What does that say? White or dry? I don't even know what that.
Oh no, I had said something about making me dry, but I get it.
Oh.
He said the dry. Why the dry snigger?
Oh.
Well, I don't like the white men make me dry. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
The sniggers don't. The wiggers do, but not my niggers.
Oh, he said snigger is a type of laugh. It's snicker, not snigger. Where'd you snicker?
You know what? I don't know what he's doing, but you see I went along with it, didn't I?
Yeah. Scooby, snicker, SNIKER, snicker.
He said
like
snigger, wigger.
Snigger. I don't know how you get snigger as a word. I think he's in England. Right?
That's why I call them wiggers. I call the white guys wiggers.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Kevin, you know I love you. Tiffany,
Love you, bro.
Guys. Mama Lee, thank you for giving us Kevin. Oates, thank you for bringing Tiffany our way. Truly appreciate it.
Mama, I love you, boo.
Love everyone. I'm going to show a video of one of the victims of the crash. Her name was Kia Duggins. She was doing some amazing things, and it's so sad that she's gone.
It is.
So here's Kia, and then we're going to close out the show.
My name is Kia Duggins, and I am originally from Wichita, Kansas, and I went to Wichita Public Schools from kindergarten through college, and then I eventually went to and graduated from Harvard Law School, and now I work at an organization called Civil Rights Corps, where I litigate cases against police abuse and pretrial detention nationwide. My family has been very personally affected by pretrial detention and by the harms of the criminal legal system, and I went to law school to help remedy some of those harms and make sure that other people don't experience it. Victims of crime are disproportionately Black people. Again, as I said, I care about safety. I care about making sure that we are all, everybody, is free from violence and is able to live safe, healthy, and productive lives.
We gonna hold y'all down. Y'all living in our memories forever. Never gonna let y'all go.
And I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
Yeah, that's black, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, and I'm black.
Chains, we helping you grow the black therapy. You be in a safe space dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything, we're still live.
We're live.